In the 90s, this Iranian filmmaker, Abbas Kiarostami, seemed to worship reality in a way that few artists ever did. He started by trying to reduce all falseness from the process of filmmaking.
گفتم که من سعی میکنم که وقتی گفتم حذف عوامل، حذف نور، حذف شود که کلاکت، حذف تراولینگ، حذف کربدالی و همین داستانه که شما دارین، مهمتر از همه حذف کارگردان به نظر من. ولی حذف کارگردان معناش حذف مؤلف نیست. کارگردانی اینجا بر من شبیه این کوچای فوتباله که اینا تمام کاراشون از قبل باید انجام بدن، یاراشون رو باید به موقع انتخاب بکنن بر اساس استعدادایی که دارن، ولی موقع مسابقه باید بشینن یه گوشه‌ای مثل تماشاگرها و حرص بخورن یا سیگار بکشن یا عصبی بشن یا خوشحال باشن و دیگه موقع بازی وارد بازی این نابازیگرا نشن.
This film, Where's the Friend's House, is a triumphant result of Kiarostami filming like a football coach. He selected a great young player, actor, Babak Ahmadpour, put him in a world that he knew, this ordinary courtyard house in northern Iran, kept the camera on the sidelines and asked Babak to do scenes he could understand. Here he talks to his mother about his homework book.
جلاشون مثل همه اینا این مال محمد رضا نمزاده اینم مال من. خب دیدم چیکار کنم؟ باید ببرم بهش بدم. فردا میبری مدرسه میری. فردا بدم معلمون باش دعوا میکنه از مدرسه.
Whereas The Friend's House was one of the greatest films about childhood and friendship.
حواسش کجا؟
But then tragedy struck. A terrible earthquake hit the region whereas The Friend's House was filmed. 50,000 people died, including 10,000 kids. Kiarostami and his crew drove there at once, in tears, to look for Babak. Instead, when they got there, they found something else, human resilience. In looking for one thing, they found another. And so Kiarostami decided to make a film about them going to an earthquake zone to look for the boy. Reality doubling back on itself again. It was called And Life Goes On.
ما در واقع در سناریوی فیلم زندگی و دیگر هیچ متناسب با همون واقعیت اون روزی که روز سوم زلزله من به این منطقه رفتم طراحی شد، برای اینکه اون روز هم ما بچه‌ها رو پیدا نکردیم.
اینو میشناسی؟
این؟ بله میشناسم.
کیه؟
این پسر عبدالله کوکریه، فیلم هم بازی میکنه.
This man's playing Kiarostami. In this shot, it was Kiarostami himself who was behind the camera talking to the man. And the second film is mostly set in the car.
توی فیلم دومم ما دنبال دوستانمون میگشتیم، ولی به یه چیزی رسیدیم که مهمتر از اون بود، ما اونم شور زندگی در همون فاجعه‌ای که عرض کردم.
On the second shoot, Kiarostami met a man called Hussein who had a passionate story about life going on. Hussein got married just days after the earthquake. Kiarostami loved this. Here, in the second film, using a static camera and naturalistic dialogue, Kiarostami depicts himself meeting Hussein and hearing this story.
بله. چند وقته؟
5 روز.
5 روز یا 5 ماه؟
5 روز.
Whilst filming this small scene, Hussein, despite being married, became rather infatuated with the woman playing his fiancée. She, however, did not return his feelings. Kiarostami was fascinated by this. His response to it was unique in movie history. 2 years later, he made this whole third film about the feelings during Hussein's small scene in the second film. The same actors, the camera's still static, but it's further back this time. We see a director who's playing the man who was playing Kiarostami. Hussein goes upstairs to try to woo the new woman. An objective frontal shot. And then Kiarostami films from her position and then his point of view. Through the Olive Trees was about Hussein's infatuation, but also, you could say, Kiarostami's love of his love, and how he tried to film it, and how cinema can film the complex layers of reality, and how cameras can change lives.
صحبت که کردم یاد ننه خدا بیامرز زنده صحبت کردم یاد مارم اونم که اوشان که پیرن همه جوانان دل خبر نداره خودشان جوانی اوشان یاد نیاد
This complex trilogy about the circle of life and love had started 7 years earlier with this reserved boy filmed from the sidelines. 7 years later, filmed from a car, Kiarostami's favourite way of looking at the world. Babak suddenly appears again, taller but still serious. He was still alive after all. A country that didn't invent cinema, that wasn't rich enough to have a major film industry, a country whose religion, Islam, was in some way suspicious of imagery, was, in the last days of celluloid, using film devotionally, as if it's sacred, as if what it films is sacred. One critic said, "We're living in the era of Kiarostami." Just as the Lord of the Rings movies were coming at us like an express train, Kiarostami's love of simple reality captured the spirit of his times.